Here we are, August 1st, and we are just stopping in Dawson Creek right now. It is mile 0 as we begin our trek on the Alaskan Highway heading north.
Here we are at mile 0 of the Alaska Highway, right in the middle of an intersection, so I gotta make sure I don't get run over here. There we have all the distances to the different places.
The Alaska Highway was constructed in 1942 in a single year. It was an accomplishment in engineering and project management to meet this one-year deadline for fear that Japan was invading from the north. Many rivers and extreme environment tested the men that built this highway.
We're here at the Testa River campground, and they are saying that they have the best cinnamon buns in the north. So I think over the next week or two we'll find out who really does have the best cinnamon buns.
There's a lot of places that claim they have the best.
Alice, what's first bite like? Better than Tim Hortons?
The size of it. Awesome.
Our trip continued north with some beautiful Canadian scenery of lakes, rivers, and mountains. Here we saw a mule deer, and not a few hundred yards away we came across a cow moose. The wildlife was awesome. Alice said she had never seen so many animals in such a short period of time. Not too much further, we came across a large number of stone sheep. Finally, we came past a herd of woodland bison. Some people call them buffalo, but the proper term is bison. They like the area near the highway because of the open grasses. We were advised not to drive at night, as sometimes the bison will sleep right on the road.
Where are we going, guys?
We just arrived at the Liard Hot Springs, and we've got about a 700-meter hike up to the hot springs. They say it's kind of cool when you get in, but it's supposed to be too hot by the time you get right up to the spring.
Awesome, looking forward to it. Well, it's posted that it's anywhere from 98 to 125, so it is pretty hot. This is awesome. It's really weird feeling because it feels when you're in this outdoor setting, in the middle of the woods, in a creek atmosphere. It should be freezing cold, but it's actually extremely warm. We couldn't get in further up because it's so hot up there. So this is further downstream, and this is incredible. So we're gonna continue walking and see what it's like. Getting a little shower there, Don?
Yeah.
The water is so hot that it is boiling. That's it. We came back to the springs in the evening tonight, and because the temperature has obviously cooled down a bit, now you can see the steam coming off of the hot springs. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Dead. He's not dead.
Dead dad.
Go over and get right up in his face. You put a rock at the source of the hot springs. Keep in mind, the hot springs are bubbling on the other side of the rocks here. If you put a rock there, then you get good luck for a whole year, and I just ruined everybody else's luck for the year. Yeah, gotta get back. We did it! Yay! Go quick. Give you good luck. All right, nicely done. Okay, Donnie? All right, oh, it's gonna be a good year for sure.
I did it.
Yeah. We all did it.
It was a dark and stormy night.
The wind howled and blew.
But Diablo said, "Can I tell you a story?"
We are currently in Watson Lake, Yukon, here at the signpost forest. It started in the 1940s when an American soldier was missing home, and so he put up a sign to remind himself of home, and everyone kind of caught on, and here, over 50 years later, it's turned into an entire forest.
There's just signs and signs and signs from all over the world. We've seen a flag from Brazil. We just saw someone posted one from Australia. We're really wishing we had brought our own. Didn't think that far ahead, but it's very cool. Just as far as you can see, and everyone's contributed.
We continued our drive to Whitehorse, the capital city of Yukon. The population of Whitehorse is over 30,000, whereas the entire population of Yukon is just over 40,000. So we are on the SS Klondike, which is a boat that used to go up and down the Yukon River from Whitehorse to Dawson City in 1937.
Here we have all the freight that was carried on the Klondike. And we have Pilsner beer, some evaporated milk, maybe some whiskey in these bottles over here.
While we were in Whitehorse, I was able to try out some glass blowing, which was really cool because it was one of very few places that will actually let you play with the glass yourself. There are a bunch of different options to choose from of the different kinds of things you can make. I decided to make a paperweight, which was one of the most hands-on things you could make, and it required a lot of tool work of pulling the glass around to make a nice swirly shape in the center. The glass was really hot because the ovens that we used to melt the glass were over 1,000 degrees Celsius. So I was not able to take my glass home that day. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out.
We're here in Whitehorse, where they have dammed the Yukon River to generate electricity. However, by creating the dam, the salmon aren't able to make it upstream to spawn. So they've created a fish ladder here that sort of diverts the fish into these channels, or a ladder that allows them to swim up river and then across over the other side of the dam. We were just inside where we just saw one of the salmon made it into the fish ladder and it's on its journey upstream.
We're here at the Yukon River, and it is currently 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're going for a nice paddle. Our 24-kilometer trip along the Yukon River from Whitehorse to the Bikini River was a great experience. A strong current helped with the paddling, and the entire trip took around 3 hours. The high cliffs provided vantage points and a home for many eagles along the river.
Where's Alice? Can't find Alice anywhere.
We woke up early today to have a paddle on the Yukon River, and now we're just waiting for our pickup. It was an awesome trip along the Alaska Highway, and now we are looking forward to our next adventure in the Klondike.